Hi, hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, so last time we did a little test together, a little kind of a fun experiment to see what your most strong senses are. By this I mean like kinetic, like feeling, seeing, hearing, auditory. When we went over the lemon test, with the help of this, I got to know what kind of senses to focus on when it comes to writing your script. Today, we will get a little bit into that, but most of all, this will just be your first full experience of a longer hypnosis session. Does that sound okay with you? Okay, good. All right, so let me just open up the file. Okay, good. So I'll have you just relax for a moment and find a comfortable position. So for some people, they like to sit sort of inclined, like in an IKEA chair, for example, where your back is kind of like this and your feet can be up and relaxed, hopefully. I also recommend placing a blanket over your legs, over your feet, because sometimes as we switch into this rest and digest mode, all the blood tends to focus in our abdomen, our digestion, and sometimes the hands and feet can become a little bit cold. Okay, so I'll let you do that. Okay, take all the time you need. Okay, you're cozy now? Okay, good. So now that you're comfortable, I'd like you to look at the wall in front of you as though you're looking through the wall at a very pleasant scene. Look at the scene in a vague and dreamy way. Soon you'll find all the muscle groups in your body will relax. Your facial muscles will relax. Your arms, your legs will relax. Your whole body will simply let go. And soon you'll close your eyes and go into a sound, peaceful, hypnotic rest. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 20. On each count, you will close your eyes, and in between counts, you will open your eyes. And sometime before I reach the count of 20, maybe at 15, maybe at 10, perhaps even at 5, you'll close your eyes and go into a deep, sound, hypnotic rest. Now your muscle groups are relaxed. Your face is relaxed. Your arms, your legs, your whole body has let go and relaxes completely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Keep your eyes closed now and go deep into hypnosis. Now, each time you enter hypnosis, you will enter it much easier and much deeper. That's right. And the deeper you enter hypnosis, the more well-being and relaxation you naturally feel. Now, in your mind's eye, you see or feel or know that you are standing at the top of a beautiful staircase. There are 10 steps down. Each step down enables you to go deeper and deeper into hypnosis. Safely, your hand is on the handrail, and you are going to feel the handrail as you go down, deeper and deeper down, 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 safe and secure. We will count from 1 to 10, and with each step, you will see, feel, and know that you are going 1 step further down into safety and calm. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, with every breath outward, you notice you are going even deeper and deeper down, 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 to yet another level of self-hypnosis. That's right. Every regulated breath is just bringing you naturally deeper and deeper into relaxation. You have now become so deeply relaxed that your mind has become so sensitive, so receptive to what I say, that everything that I place here now will sink so deeply into the subconscious part of your mind and will make so deep and lasting an impression there that nothing will erase it unless you choose so. In this condition, your subconscious mind is now at the forefront. It is now readily accessible to these positive suggestions to you. Consequently, these things that I place now into your subconscious mind will begin to exercise a greater and greater influence over the way you think, over the way you feel, over the way you behave, and because of these things, will remain firmly embedded into the subconscious part of your mind after you have left here. When you are no longer with me, they will continue to exercise that same great influence over your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions just as strongly, just as surely, just as powerfully when you are in your home or at work, or when you are with me now in this room. You are now so very deeply relaxed that everything that I say to you that is going to happen to you for your own good will happen exactly as I say. And every feeling that I say you will experience exactly as I say. And these same things will continue to happen to you every day, and you will continue to experience these same feelings every day, just as strongly, just as surely, just as powerfully, when you are back home or at work or in this room now. And as a result of this deep hypnotic rest, you are going to feel physically stronger and fitter in every way. You will feel more alert, more wide awake, more energetic, more compassionate, You will become much less easily tired, much less easily fatigued, much less easily discouraged, much less easily depressed. Every day you will become so deeply distracted, away from yourself. You will no longer think nearly as much about self. You will no longer dwell nearly as much upon self and your difficulties. And you will become much less conscious of yourself, much less preoccupied with yourself and with your own feelings. Every day, your nerves will become stronger and steadier, more tranquil. You will become much less easily worried, much less easily agitated, much less fearful and apprehensive, much less easily upset. You will be able to think more clearly. You will be able to concentrate more easily. You will be able to give your whole undivided attention to whatever you are doing, to the complete exclusion of everything else. Consequently, your memory will rapidly improve, and you will be able to see things in their true perspective without magnifying them, without ever allowing them to get out of proportion. Every day, you will become emotionally much calmer, much more settled, remain more and more completely relaxed, and less tense each day, both mentally and physically and emotionally. Even when you are no longer with me, and as you become and as you remain more relaxed and less tense each day, so you will develop much more confidence in yourself, more confidence in your ability to do not only what you have to do each day, but more confidence in your ability to do whatever you ought to be able to do, without fear of failure, without fear of consequences, without unnecessary anxiety, without uneasiness. Because of this, every day you will feel more and more independent, more able to stick up for yourself, to stand upon your own feet, to hold your own, no matter how difficult or trying things may be. Every day, you will feel a greater feeling of personal well-being, greater feeling of personal safety and security than you have felt for a long, long time. And because all these things will begin to happen exactly as I tell you they will happen, more and more rapidly, powerfully, and completely, with every session, you will feel much happier, much more contented, much more optimistic in every way. You will consequently become much more able to rely upon and depend upon yourself, your own efforts, your own judgment, your own opinions. You will feel much less need to have to rely upon or depend upon other people. Every time you drink water, you are filled with a calm sense of compassion for self and for others. That's right. Every time you drink water, you are filled with a calm sense of compassion for self and for others. Every time you are reaching for your cup or bottle, every time you bring your beverage up to your mouth for a drink, you remember how good it feels to maintain your boundaries, to be compassionate to self and to other, to create the time for yourself, to stay true to your values. That nice, refreshing glass of water, feeling confident and ready, strong boundaries, better and better every day. Good. In a moment, I will count from 5 to 1, and at the count of 1, you'll be fully awake. Your mind will be clear and alert. You will feel wonderful in every way, knowing you are moving forward into the life that you wish to create. 5, you're starting to emerge from hypnosis. 4, feeling wonderful in every way. 3, your mind is clear and calm. 2, eyes starting to open now. 1, eyes wide open, feeling fine in every way. feeling optimistic, confident in yourself, knowing that every day, in every way, you are feeling better and better, knowing that you have made these changes to improve your boundaries and compassion for self and others. Take all the time you need. I'm right here. Just take a few deep breaths in and out. You did good. I'm just going to have a sip of water. You can too if you'd like. So for today, this was about a 15-minute session of hypnosis. During our intake session, I gave you a preview of about 5 minutes of hypnosis. And I just want you to kind of acclimate, because sometimes if we try to go all the way to, let's say, a 45-minute or an hour-long session of hypnosis, sometimes when you're not adjusted to that yet, it might feel like your senses want to come back into conscious mode and become a little bit fidgety with the fingers and feet, which is normal, but we want to just gradually adjust you to a longer session so that you can fully immerse each time. So you can, we both recorded this session, so you can listen back to it if you want to experience this session again. I highly recommend that. The more that you repeat the session, the more beneficial it is to build confidence, to release habits that are draining your energy, and to just overall benefit your well-being. For the next session, I think we're going to work together to build something more specific into the scripts. I think this is a really good start for you. But what I need from you is for you to write down your own safe place. So in many of the hypnosis scripts and videos that I post online, I will guide people into their safe place the way I was trained to do, which is by basically saying this or that. So are you inside or outside? Is this place real or imagined? And that is wonderful. I enjoy that very much, because then you, me, whoever's in that experience, each time we can color our world so uniquely. And that reveals a lot to us about where you are at in your subconscious. However, for therapeutic reasons, so that we can start to go over some of the areas that you mentioned of like aversions and fears, when we build up those experiences from 1 to 10 that we talked about, going from least to most anxiety inducing, we need to be able to bring you very quickly into a safe place whenever you lift your finger, that ideomotor signal. So let's say I've read the first instance. 1, you're okay with it. 2, you can manage. 3, maybe it's gone a little bit too far for comfort. You can lift your finger from your subconscious safely, and then I will bring you right into your safe place. And if it's a safe place you've already written so specifically, you can enter that much quicker, much more easier. So in this way, if you write down your safe place, the textures, the senses, the smells, the feeling of the place, the time of day or night, the setting in every way possible, and then I can adjust it as needed so that it's present tense. And when I read this, you will very quickly have a decline in cortisol and all these basically stress hormones in the body. Your nervous system will quickly switch back onto rest and digest. And when you're ready, we go back into those frames that you wrote that are anxiety inducing and more intensely up to 10. And basically, this is a really great way for you to desensitize yourself and calm yourself in those specific settings that you mentioned cause anxiety for you. And anytime you want to go back to safe place, you lift that finger as many times as you need to. And eventually, if you're comfortable, we go all the way up to 10. I recommend doing this at least 3 times, and it doesn't matter how long it takes, that's totally fine. And then after that, no matter what, after 10, go back to safe place. And this basically sends a message to your subconscious that no matter what the circumstance is around you, you can feel calm, steady, relaxed. Okay? Does that sound okay with you? Okay, good. I'm glad. So you can get to writing that and send it anytime. You can send it by email or whatever way you wish. And then we will work on basically personalizing the whole script. And as always, I will send it to you. You take a look over it. You let me know if there's anything you want to change. The whole point of hypnosis is that you know what to expect before experiencing the session. This way your subconscious can just surrender, right? Because especially with the script we use today, it's important that you've already read it ahead of time so you know what to expect, because this script, it feels a bit more, let me say, rather than permissive, it feels a bit more authoritative, because it's saying everything I will say will happen, right? That can feel intimidating if you don't know that that's going to be said. So this script is very powerful for helping you release, like I said, habits that are no longer serving you, emotions that are overwhelming you, and it encourages you to feel that confidence, compassion, strength, adaptability. It's really, really powerful and wonderful. Okay. So I recommend you just take the day to rest. If you'd like, I have some hypnosis videos on my YouTube channel that are designed for sleep. They will also benefit you overall in general too. And besides that, I'll see you at the next session. Okay. Thank you.